he puts himself out there enough.
Yeah,
you don't,
yeah.
you don't have to really help, you know. I'm hoping that Boston's best engineer will get on the mic for a few seconds and just say a few things about how this show has touched the station. He's saying no. He's saying no. He's not going to. But we still
double thumbs
down. Right. The camera's even pointed the wrong way. So
I got to take a 5-minute break. If I don't get some more coffee, somebody's going to get hurt here in Dallas.
Well, we understand.
Somebody get this man
a cup of coffee quick. You know?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
You'll be right back. What are you saying to say? Come on, man. You always got to put race into everything.
That's right. I'm
just a cup of coffee.
That's what we do.
Yeah, just a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. Yeah, whatever.
Right. Okay, I'll be right back.
That's not what he said. Come on. That's what my brain heard. Oh, nearer.
Let me say this, because I didn't address it earlier on. Chaplain Nera brings a feminine voice, one that's sorely needed for this type of platform. Her honesty and transparency is incredible, along with her understanding of biblical and Jewish traditions. Makes it even sweeter. It's, for lack of a better way of putting it, she has that mothering voice, and I appreciate it so very much.
You're welcome.
What? My iPad.
Sorry for the voice in the background. Like, what?
My iPad says you're welcome. I don't know. So my iPad is now speaking for all of us. AI is here. It's happening. You know, Skynet is coming. Where's Arnold? We need Arnold.
You know, and Brother Dan Vale. I remember the first time I was on air with him, I was like, who is this guy? What is he saying? What is he doing?
That's him.
And over this year, I've grown to love him more and more after each segment. His perspective is eclectic.
That's polite.
No, it's eclectic, but he's honest.
Yes. Yes.
Okay? And that's a rarity in the world today. Okay? Wow. The people we're working with and sharing with each week are getting something that they can't get anywhere else.
No.
They can't get it anywhere else.
This station is unique.
Yeah.
Because of the diversity of ideas.
Yeah.
And the realness of the conversations.
Yeah.
No other church program across this country, bar none, does what we do when it comes to dealing with the word, dealing with the events of a church, the attitudes, how people live, the windows into our personal lives concerning the ministry. You don't find that anywhere.
No.
Because we don't come here with the idea of hiding things. At Sound Travels, that was one of the corner points of being able to do this show, is that I would be allowed to actually be real.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm hurt, I'm hurt.
Yeah.
When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. When I'm right, I'm right. Yeah. And Jesus is Lord.
Yeah. In all of it.
In all of it. Period. And where are you going to find that? I mean, think of all. And
It's hard to find that in many pulpits today.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Okay.
Think about when Chaplain Nera told us the title. What was the title of your of your trial sermon?
We basically shooting down the myth that Jesus was an afterthought.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And I said, most people would do a trial sermon on Silent Night or on, John 3:16. Most people would, Jesus wept. That's a great one.
Yeah. The 23rd Psalm.
The 23rd Psalm. Yeah. Okay. Most people would just find something simple and lock onto it. You do a thesis level sermon in 17 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, the beauty of Sound Travels is that it's no hold barred, but it's also no nonsense tolerated.
Yeah.
Because you can do both. You can do both. You can have a frank and honest discussion about the things that pastors go through every day without being Howard Stern.
Mm-hmm.
That's if you want to have that conversation, really.
Yeah.
If you really want to have that conversation.
Yeah.
But there are too many who are in the clergy, who are pastors, who are church leaders, and rather than be transparent, they would rather hide behind the cloak of the cloth. And I think those who do that are doing their congregation a disservice, in that they don't get to see what's real. We can present Jesus and salvation in such a sterile light that people get the impression that I can't attain that. I can't ever have that. Wherein, if we are transparent, if we are truthful about our shortcomings, our bad habits, the sins of our life, and how we have been not only transformed but loved through it all, then we really present Jesus in his truest light.
Yeah. The Bible is very clear that Jesus walked everywhere. So when he gets to one of the
That's because he didn't have a Cadillac, though.
Yeah, well, but God didn't tell him to, tell his people, okay, you got 12 disciples. I want $2,000 from each one of you at the next time we come together. And when Brother Thomas only brings $1,287, I'm going to get on Brother Thomas's case.
You stuck on that 2,000.
I am stuck on that 2,000 because it is such the antithesis of who and what we're supposed to be. And it gives our enemies every bit of ammunition they need.
And they use it.
And they use it and love it.
And along with that, it destroys not only the reputation and standing of one preacher or one pastor, but then it causes unbelievers and the naysayers to say, all of you are like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I venture to say, no, we're not.
Yeah. Not only are we not all like that, but we're not all like that because all of you sinners are not all alike. Mm-hmm. Within the homosexual community, do you know how many variations of gay are there?
How many variations of people are there?
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Okay? Within the lesbian community, do you know how many variations of lesbianism there is? But guess what? In both societies, the one thing is constant is that there is a male and female role within both societies.
Mm-hmm.
Within the lesbian community, there is a male and female role. Within the homosexual community, there is a male and female role within those societies, and nobody wants to talk about it.
Or would we say dominant and submissive?
Absolutely dominant and submissive.
Yeah.
But in some cases, they're male and female. It is the role.
It's
How you try to pretty it up, how you whatever.
yeah.
Because in the true marriage, a man and a wife within Christ, I don't have a dominant submissive relationship with my wife. You don't have one with yours. It's not dominant submissive. It's head and helpmeet. That's the that's the heating system. You don't know this? Aren't you black? Didn't you have those big old radiators? And
I was just
okay.
trying to listen as to where it was coming from.
It's coming from the heating system. That's where it's coming from. That's where it always comes from.
Yeah.
You didn't learn how to bleed the system? I did. Okay, of course you did. It's just air. You just bleed it and it's done. Sorry. Anyway.
Squirrel.
Absolute squirrel. The idea is that in a proper marriage, there is a head and a helpmeet.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not dominant submissive.
Depends on how you approach it. Because if you
Yeah,
say head,
Linda.
if you say head,
Somebody's going to say dominant.
yes.
Yeah.
And if you say help meet,
Someone's going to say submissive. Listen, there's a reason that woman was taken from Adam's rib. It's to be by his side. There's a reason that when we come to Jesus, we have to lift our hands up. Okay? Because the hand
A
was,
lot of people get this confused.
the hand was used to grab the fruit. The hand was used to bring sin into this world. So, yes, the hands have to be used to bring salvation in this world.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't know? You ever thought about that?
I'm just listening.
Okay.
So not only was it the hands that were pierced, which technically the wrist, but when you
That was
the
considered
hands were
part of the
pierced,
hand
it
back
was
then,
his
yes.
side.
Say again,
That was
please.
his side.
I'm sorry. Say it again. I stepped on it. My bad.
His side was pierced. His ribs were pierced.
Yeah.
That's where the healing came from, was the same places that were harmed at the original fall.
Exactly. See, but there are those out there that say, oh, well, this is just hokum, this is just metaphysical stuff. Well, when you add to the metaphysical stuff that you believe in horoscopes
Yeah.
and in, crystals and any of the other things, I don't argue with chakras because it's part of the human body. I don't pray to chakras. I accept that they exist and move on. And if they don't exist, so what? You believe in chakras? Great. You studied chakras? Fantastic. If that helps you, great. It doesn't get in the way of you understanding that Jesus is the Christ. If it does, then chakras have become your God, and that's a whole nother problem.
Mm-hmm. And if you like to look at pretty rocks and have them on your dresser, okay, cool. Keep a rock in your pocket.
Yeah.
That's fine. If you think about it, so did the Levites. They had stones on the breastplate of the high priest. Cool. You like to look at pretty rocks? So did Jesus. He made pretty rocks. Enjoy.
Enjoy. Yeah. just do me a favor and keep the rocks in your pocket and not in your head. Okay? That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Yeah. Just don't put them in your head. Don't be like cement, all mixed up and set in your ways. Come on.
Yeah.
I know you've heard that one before. You're the builder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you've heard that one before.
When you look at a relationship, when people use the terms head and helpmeet or dominant and submissive, we don't recognize that it is an equal exchange of power.
There you go.
Because someone has to take the responsibility of the choice. Now, you can make the choice together, but at the end of the day, someone one specific person has to take the responsibility of that choice and whatever comes from it.
Yeah.
So
That's what falls to the dominant or to the head. Because realistically, I have been around individuals in that lifestyle who have dominant and submissive relationships.
Of course.
I've been around those people. And it's a beautiful idea when you get them to actually talk about what it means to them. It genuinely is beautiful. It's just simply misguided.
We're admonished as Christians
I was
not to be.
I was chiding Miss Linda there.
Hold it now. Let Bishop continue his thought, then we'll get you in.
We're admonished in Scripture not to be unequally yoked with unbelievers. Okay, let's take a look at what that really means. When you yoke oxen together, or when they're coupled together, there is a dominant oxen and there is a subdominant. Why? Because if you put two dominant oxen together, they fight against each other.
Right.
And it's doomed for disaster. Okay? Someone within that relationship has to lead. Someone has to be the one to give direction, and the other is the support.
Right.
But because you're the support does not mean that you're less.
Exactly.
You can't have a strong house without a strong foundation.
Right. So
Okay.
in our house, I take the trash out. That's my job. That's what I do. And
So does that make you dominant or does that make you a servant?
well, let me get to the point here, because I take the trash out. I never put the new trash bags in any of the containers. I don't do it. My wife does that. So I take the trash out. She puts the trash bags in the different containers.
Take yourself out.
Yes. You said you weren't going to talk, remember? And this is what you come up with? I take the trash out. And we do things like that.
Yeah.
Okay? And she'll say, I said, I'll take the trash out. You didn't put the bag in? No. Well, why not? That's your job. and that's all I say. It's your job. And after saying it the first 15 or 20 or 50 times, that's how we ended up. Can I put the bags back in? Yes.
Yeah.
Have I done it on occasion? Yes. But that's not the point. The point is, as a couple, we have figured out what works, and we do it, and we don't argue about the trifles.
And that has to be done in every home. Okay? You come to an understanding of where one is strong at, where one is not as strong. And if you're going to have a strong home, you work with each other. You communicate once again with each other to make everything better.
Yeah.
And you leverage your strengths and your weaknesses with one another, whether it's genuinely considered, that's the guy's job versus, that's the woman's job. It's whatever we need to do to make this work.
It's a job, and it has to get done.
job.
Yeah, and it has to get done.
And it's, okay, how much is your pride worth? Or are you willing to lay that aside, do the thing that needs to be done to make it work because you love your spouse or your child or whatever?
Yeah. Yeah.
And see, I picked the nice example, but I also clean the bathroom. And in the bathroom there's a toilet, and I clean it. And it is what it is. Somebody does it. Nobody complains about it. Nobody points fingers. I'm not any lesser. I'm not any greater. I clean the tub, I clean the sink, and I clean the toilet. That's it. I do those things.
Yes. Well, see, in my home, my wife is the consummate cleaner.
Okay.
She has a nickname within the family realm. They call it Florence.
Okay.
Okay. So I can clean. I know how to. But she's better at it.
Yeah.
But in that same token, I'm the fixer.
Yes. That would make sense.
Anything gets broken,
Fix it. Yeah.
I'm that one.
Now, when it comes to getting rid of the dead mice we catch, that's if you catch it, if you see it, get rid of it. What? What is the problem with me saying that?
Not a problem at all.
Okay? I kept saying we live in the real world.
We all have a job to do.
We all have a job to do. And if you see the dead mouse trapped in the trap, get rid of it.
Sandra's not touching that.
It was my mother's job to shoot rodents in the attic.
Okay.
She was good at it.
He was a better shot.
If there's a bug on the wall,
That's you.
she is not. She will wake me up in the middle of the night. Do you see that bug?
I do now. See? So, and
Well, I'm really happy to announce to the general motoring public in Dallas that I think that they're going to be safe this morning. I got my coffee going.
okay.
All right.
Did you get your rig out? Has that happened yet?
Yeah,
You
I
rig-
sure did.
Yeah, okay.
Awesome.
I sure did.
What are you pulling this morning? What size?
I am pulling, commercial air conditioners. I'm pulling the trays that go underneath them.
Okay,
That,
great.
That direct the water.
Just give
away
us the
from,
GVW.
Okay. I don't know. They didn't even give me bills with this one. This is the first time I've ever pulled a load with no bills. I hope it's air conditioning.
That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Don't get pulled
Don't
over.
get pulled over this morning. I don't see it yet.
I never knew air conditioning parts could make so much noise back there.
Or smell that kind of way.
I know. I was teasing Miss Linda there while you were talking about the head of the house and the helpmate and all that, and I said, "Yeah, Linda." But in all truth, she's very much on board with the biblical. What am I trying to say?
Share it. Share
The
it
way
to
God
me.
the way God ordained a family to run, the proper order of authority.
And even in that, and just to be clear, even in that, there are families where the roles are completely reversed,
They're
and
different.
they work perfectly.
They're different.
Because you have
Yeah.
unequally yoked is the problem. How that yoke fits and what you do within that job is not the problem. As if every time I want to go left, you say right. If every time I want to say up, you say down. That's unequally yoked.
But God wired men for battle. He wired us so that we could go answer the door in the middle of the night and face, lions, tigers, and grizzly bears and bad
Oh, my.
people and all that stuff. That's our job. If a woman's doing that better than a man, there's something wrong. It's just my opinion.
I agree with you. If we're not the protector, provider, and priest, we're failing.
Yeah.
We're failing.
We're not doing the do.
And-
Linda Brown says, "Good morning. Come on, Bishop, say it loud." Yep, that works.
Yeah.
And she's watching us. So you preaching to somebody this morning.
Awesome.
Everybody's calling everybody else out. I ain't said nothing that nobody agrees with.
You hadn't said much.
Another
I haven't
part
seen-
of a relationship that we sometimes don't see is, if again, kind of going back to that head and helpmate side of things. If you have two people that can never agree on where to go to eat, you're never going to eat. If you have someone, and that's a base example, but if you have two people that neither one of them is willing to just say, okay, we're going to do this. If you have someone that's not actually going to make the decision at the end of the day, then it's going to fail.
Yeah.
Because both of you are eventually going to be very bitter at the other.
Yeah.
Of, well, where do you want to eat? I don't know. Where do you want to eat? Well, I don't know. Where do you want to eat? I don't know. Where do you want to eat?
On a raw nerve there.
You're going to fail. Someone has to make the decision. And at the end of the day, the other person needs to just agree. If they're not going to give something of value to that decision, then they need to be humble enough to accept whatever decision is made.
Yeah. Okay. Every guy out there just said amen, and don't say you can't say it loud enough. Say it again. But every man out there,
and in here,
We
know the pitfalls of that.
I have had that argument with my significant other, and it's like at the end of the day, there's some days, what do you want to eat tonight? And I will genuinely say, I genuinely don't know. I have not had the time to think about it because I've been working or dealing with children or whatever it may be. I have not had time to think about it. And then he will come back so graciously and be like, all right, here are 2 or 3 options that I can do to help take that weight off of you.
Yeah.
And I will come back with, sometimes it's like, you know what? I still genuinely don't know. You pick. And at that moment, I am giving all of that authority and responsibility and consequence to him. And he runs with it and goes, okay, here's what we're going to do. He lays the expectations and then fulfills it. And both of us end the day happy and fed.
Yes.
You are such a beautiful person.
Yes.
Every man is out, because most of the time, now I have a wife like your, because we'll decide, and it's a legitimate decide. I don't ever hear about, well, so and so and such and such, because my wife doesn't do that. So, what do you want to eat? Well, I'm not sure. Okay, well, I can just make some popcorn just to put something on our stomach. Okay, that sounds like a plan. And then we'll eat the popcorn, and later on, one of us are going, and I go in the refrigerator. Oh, I've got some sausage. I'll cook the sausage. Or I've got my canned ham. I like my canned ham. I'll make my canned ham and mashed potatoes. Or I got some shrimp. I'll do some shrimp the way she likes it, which is essentially not much seasoning. Or I'll do the shrimp the way I like it, which is essentially half a garlic clove per shrimp. But she eats some of it because we have to stay at the same house. So one person can't eat garlic without the other person. So, but you talk about it.
Yeah.
And you don't bring your ego, and boy, I was polite when I said ego. You don't bring your ego to every interaction.
Right.
It's not needed. It's not necessary. You can't be insecure about every little thing. If you are, you're not a man. And you're not a woman.
Yep.
I'm a carnivore.
And so am I.
I am a carnivore.
Yeah.
My wife, on the other hand, she is a breakfast person. So if I make for her some bacon, eggs, and French toast, it doesn't matter what time of day it is. She's happy.
My wife likes when I make salmon for her.
So.
Yeah, I can do it anytime, and even when I make it for dinner, she'll have it for breakfast. She'll take it with her for lunch. And she takes salmon and she puts it on bread. It's the weirdest thing in the world for me. Why would you put salmon on bread? It doesn't.
It's kind of like the
Because
lobster
it's
roll.
good to her.
Well, see, this is the point, and I don't argue with it. I even take a bite just to let her know I'm there. In the name of unity, you understand.
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Because you can't fight about everything. No.
And if you are probably with the wrong person.
Yeah.
Not probably.
Yeah.
You are definitely
I
with the wrong.
would say probably, because there are seasons in life that crap happens. If it is for
Can I quote you on that? Can I preach that from the pulpit? There are seasons in life where crap happens. And every new mother said, amen.
I preached a sermon once that started with, people suck and so does everything else, but God doesn't. That was the opening statement.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Now we're getting down. Now we're doing real. You snakes, you vipers, you murderous brood. Now we're going to preach.
Yep. Get their attention in whatever way it happens, because at some point in life, everyone is going to say everything sucks.
Yeah.
Because it does.
As it does.
As it does. And you see, I didn't even make any other comment on that. See, I'm getting better. I'm going into the new year with a new attitude. I have no idea what that attitude is, but it's going to be new.
Oh, boy, that was good.
Yeah, I like it. Because it's
The beauty of
necessary.
life, because life has its ups and downs. So do relationships. So does everything else. But God doesn't.
Listen.
And that's the only standard we have. And it should be the only standard we have, because it's the only one that actually holds up.
Jesus said, Can you not awake with me for 1 hour? I get it.
Mm-hmm.
The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Sleep, take your rest. Okay?
If you can't do it, you can't do it.
If you can't do it, you can't do it.
Yeah.
And the Father being gracious, he understood it.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. The spirit is willing. I believe you want to do the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't.
You and your flesh.
You're in your flesh. Sleep.
Elijah was depressed, and Elijah wanted to commit suicide.
Yeah.
Let's put a nose on it. David did often say things very similar.
Mm-hmm.
We get depressed. We're going to get low. We're going to have those moments where we want to give up. And there's moments we do. And we fail and we drop the ball. Because we're human and life happens.
And unless we preach the gospel in that way, we are not truly preaching the gospel.
True.
Somebody needs to hear that depression is real. Someone needs to hear that having suicidal ideations is real, and not just because you're a sinner, but because you're human.
And not only that, when you are doing what God has you doing, you will be attacked. And that means your mind and your emotions and your life. You're going to be attacked. Because if you think about it, Elijah had just done what? He called down fire, and all of the servants of Baal were killed. Now, some of that was by his own hand. He did the thing God told him to do.
Yes.
And then he immediately goes out there and goes, God, kill me. Ah! And then God, what does God do? Give him a nap and a snack.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Which is, and every mother out there said, yep.
Yeah.
Here's a cookie. Now go lay down.
Yeah.
Go take a nap.
Yeah.
Things will be. That is the human equivalent of turning it off and back on again. Okay.
Yeah.
Rebooting for the soul.
Hard reset the system.
Yeah.
Unplug it from the wall, plug it back in 10 seconds, and call it a day.
How many of us?
That's the human equivalent.
How many of us in ministry don't unplug?
Believe it or not, over the course of this last month, I've started unplugging more.
Okay, good.
I've started unplugging more.
Good.
You get to a point where you just can't handle all of the nonsense, nor should you. Because
If you don't unplug every now and then, it will overwhelm you. It will have you depleted and having you wanting to give up and throw in the towel.
yeah.
Okay? Jesus would separate himself from time to time.
Yeah.
Over a 3-year period, we see him separating himself, getting away even from his disciples, going to a solitary place. Why? Because when you're dealing with people, when you're dealing with problems, when you're ministering, when you're pouring out of yourself, and you don't ever get poured back into, if you don't take a break, it will break you.
It will break you. Pastor Withers says God knows what is best. Pastor Withers, thank you for tuning in to us today. That's good to have you in the background. Give a call if you wish, 617-265-2679.
Do you remember?
No.
Go ahead. Do you remember in 1987?
I said no.
Well, I know, but I didn't listen to you that time.
Why would I listen to you this time?
Why would I start?
Yes. And the answer to the question is not only do I remember when cell phones came out, I had one.
Mm-hmm.
I had a bag phone.
A bag phone.
Yes.
That's right.
I had a bag phone.
They were sold to us on the premise that it's going to improve our home life, because all those pesky calls that we wind up making when we get home from work, we can make those calls while we're driving.
Yes, they lied.
And they lied so bad.
Oh my!
And so yeah,
all it's good for is your wife calling you, telling you before you come home, stop and get blank.
That's right.
That's what it's for.
And yet, they say, I read somewhere years ago that when it comes to internet bandwidth, that 74% of the bandwidth use in the world goes to pornography.
Yep.
74%.
Wow.
Count them.
Yep.
What does that?
Who got hold of my phone? Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Who got?
Yeah.
No, he didn't say that.
What does that say about our world?
Well, listen. If you even want to get more crazy, there's a certain presidential figure that was accused of being misogynistic and hating women and using women for his own purposes, treating them like objects, and 800 million copies of 50 Shades of Grey were sold to women.
Yep. And
okay.
Books
now,
like
I don't know if you
that-
know the premise behind 50 Shades of Grey.
I've never watched it.
I'd never watched it, and I intend to watch it, but I know the premise behind it.
I do.
Huh?
Well,
I definitely know the
Books-
premise behind it.
Yeah.
Books like
800
that-
million copies were sold to women.
yeah.
Mirror, if you would, help me.
The steamy romantic novels, that is pornography for women. Because
Yeah.
women are wired differently than men.
Yeah.
They don't get turned on by the same things that
17
men do.
chapters of thinking about kissing and 5 seconds of kissing, and the woman's going to buy the book.
Yep, absolutely.
I guarantee it.
Absolutely. And the common thread between
What? Hang on. What did Nira say?
To put it as PG as possible,
yeah.
women prefer to read because our imaginations are better.
Yeah.
Men prefer to watch because they don't have to put in the imaginational work.
I would not argue with that. I would say that you're right on point.
She's correct.
Yeah, you're right on
could
point.
be.
Yeah.
The
We're
common
visual creatures.
denominator between the two is it creates unrealistic expectations.
110%.
And no man, no man
person
can live up to.
can't live up to it.
Yeah.
It destroys true intimacy.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it destroys because we are so used to seeing or reading what it is that we're seeing or reading. But the fact of the matter is the genuine desire beneath it, at least for women, I can't speak for men,
Good.
but the desire beneath it for women is genuine intimacy and the desire to be desirable. We want to be desired by the object of our affection. Therefore, we will settle for a absolute failure of a compromise because that's what we think we deserve. And honestly, I believe it tracks all the way back to the fact that we decided that when a child was still a child versus becoming an adult. Young adult was never a term. You were either a child or you were an adult. You were a man or a woman, point blank.
Yeah.
And back in Jewish culture and cultures even up to 100 or 200 years ago, like I've currently been doing genealogy. That's been a current thing for me.
Wow.
And looking at the generational gap between when they had their children and were married and had children has expanded so much that we've destroyed human nature.
Yes.
Human nature is when you hit puberty, that was when a short period of time would elapse, and then you were getting married. There wasn't this, oh, well, I've hit puberty at, whatever age, which is younger and younger now. But, I hit puberty at 15, and now I have to wait till I'm 21 to get married, or, whatever it is, or even longer. Well, now you're falling into this trap, and therefore Satan has this inroad into your mind and your heart. And now we're being destroyed by it.
Yes.
And now it's taking even longer and longer
Yeah.
for people to get married and have children because they have had they need therapy to heal from what they saw as a kid.
Yeah.
And then there are
I'm going
those
to drop
who
a
are
bomb on you.
there
Go
are
ahead.
those who are career oriented and said, "Well, I'll get married and I'll have children after I finish college. Then I'll do it after I've achieved certain things within my profession." And you wind up with a 40-year-old who isn't married, has no children.
And then what we have is a movie called Failure to Launch.
Yeah.
Failure to launch?
Yeah.
What are you, a boat?
Yeah.
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 Failure to launch is you're lazy. Okay? Well, just name the movie what it is. Lazy.
How about selfish?
Selfish.
Yeah.
I want to drop a bomb on you, my brothers and sisters, for your review. I submit that, like Nira said, we're looking for intimacy. Women are looking for intimacy. Men are looking for intimacy too.
Mm-hmm.
And we're looking in all the wrong places. But I submit.
There's a song about that.
That it could be.
There is.
Our primal desire for intimacy is not to be naked with a woman. It's to be naked before God, like Adam and Eve.
Ooh.
Yep.
Hey, wait a minute. Maybe he's saying something.
He is.
What
Yeah.
I think that's what I think drives this. But in our rebellion, I want to imagine this woman here or whatever, because intimacy with God can be scary because He sees everything. He sees everything.
I agree with you 100%.
But I
there,
think
my brother.
that's what we are ultimately craving.
I wish I could argue because you said it, but you're 100% on point. You're right there. We desire to be close to the one. We desire to stand naked before God and be justified by Him.
Yeah.
I've never thought of it that way before.
And we see that in the Bible. Because the Bible says that a man and woman together are supposed to be the perfect image of God and us.
Yeah, naked and not ashamed.
Yep.
Because there's nothing to be ashamed of except now there's sin. And what is the very first evidence of a sinful body? We're wearing clothes.
Yep.
So all you nudists out there who think you got it right, no, I'm not going to give you a pass because I have never yet seen a blind person in a nudist colony.
That's right.
I have.
You have?
Yes, I have.
An actual blind person in a nudist colony.
Genuinely,
blind
yes.
person who's never seen
There's
you.
always at least one.
There's a what was it? Was it male or female?
Doesn't matter.
I want to know. Inquiring mind wants to know.
They were male.
What?
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
I guess he was a true nudist.
Would you like
was
to
on
know
it.
Yes,
why he was nudist?
yes.
Because it was hard to put on clothes when you're blind.
I walked into that one.
no.
Okay.
100% truth. That was their original reasoning because it was so difficult because they had gone blind in an accident. It was not that they were born that way.
Okay.
Gone blind in an accident as an adult. And in that accident, they had also lost, I want to say it was their use of their dominant hand.
Okay.
It was a car accident, I believe, if I remember correctly. And they'd lost the use of their dominant hand. And having to not only learn how to walk again and live as a blind person, and it was just easier. And at the same time, they also felt more comfortable that way. Very, like, warm-blooded individual gets hot, and clothes get hot, and sweat happens, and things. And very just, like, genuine human things.
Well,
and so they're like, yeah. And then there was this other group of nudists, and he knew some of those individuals from prior and was like, you know what? This sounds a whole heck of a lot easier right now. And it just became a way of life. What did he have to be ashamed of?
Well,
He's human like the rest of us.
yeah, listen.
Thank you.
Thank you. If sound travel is nothing, it is learning and hearing about new experiences and new. So there has been one person reported naked in a nudist colony, at least. So hey, that's what we're here for. We're here to learn stuff about nakedness and nudity.
How about nature?
Nature, yeah. Well, here, yeah.
I was on a Caribbean cruise one time, and I inadvertently walked up to the top deck. I will never do that again. Nor will I ever sail on Carnival Cruise Lines again. That was a learning experience that I could have just.
I'm not sure if you just gave them a free plug or a slam. I guess the lawyers will have to sort that one out.
Yeah.
He did say the.
More power to
He
him,
said,
but-
yeah. Well, okay. Yeah.
Certain doors you just don't go
You just
through.
don't open. You just don't open. And you learn that. You don't learn it when you're a child, but you learn it when you're an adult. There's reasons why there's a door.
Yeah.
Okay?
Children are innocent.
Yeah.
Children don't have those thoughts until
That's
they are
what-
put into them.
That's why Christ says, except you be as a little child. Because they're innocent and they're accepting and they're infinitely forgiving. Infinitely
My son
forgiving.
is 5 years old.
Yeah.
And he does not sit there and question, is there food in the fridge or in the pantry?
No.
He just walks in there and grabs a snack and asks me if he can have a snack.
Yeah.
He doesn't care that, he doesn't think, oh, well, mom has to do the laundry or I'm not going to have a clean,
No.
set of pajamas.
No.
No, there's pajamas in my drawer.
Yeah.
And I know that mama put them there. I don't know why she put them there. I don't know how she got them back there because I wore them yesterday. He doesn't think about those things.
And doesn't
He
care.
just knows they exist.
Yeah. We have a few minutes left. For the coming year, I would like to hear 5 minutes. Good. There's 5 of us. So there's we can get this all done. I would like everybody in this room, yes, Pastor, I'm talking to you, turn your mic on because I would like you to, no, don't take it apart. Turn it on. I would like everybody to say within just a few seconds or whatever their prayer for the coming year. And let's start with Bishop. So we'll start with, no, as a matter of fact, we'll finish with Bishop because he's the highest ranking person here. He doesn't buy that, I know. Come on, Bishop.
Okay. My prayer for the year coming is that we reach more people, that they get a chance to hear the gospel, pure and unadulterated, that we take the time to touch somebody's life in a positive way, to help someone who otherwise cannot help themselves.
Leave some meat on the bone for the rest of us. Don't be like somebody else we know.
I want to give some hope to somebody.
Okay. Chaplain Nera?
My prayer for this following year is that we all become more like David. Because aside from Jesus himself, he's the best example of a real, true, unashamedly himself individual that I can think of in the Bible. And that we become unashamed, that we become a barbarian for the gospel. That it doesn't matter who's watching or listening. We share it, regardless of how nice and tidy or unclean it is. This is what we do, because time is short and the gospel needs to be shared, because people are dying every single day and they have no idea what Jesus has done for them.
Amen.
And it needs to be shared as truthfully, as broken as we are, and as good as it is.
Amen. Brother Dan?
My prayer is that we can
Pick it up.
our relationship that we have here on the show that spans different races. My prayer is that we can use our relationship to unpack some of the tension spots that are going on in our communities that people have not been willing to talk about. I pray that we can start talking about those things and bring them out into the light.
Amen. I'm in agreement with all of the prayers that have been prayed. I'm Pastor Dan Walker. I have a minute. Keep talking. Oh, okay. I pray that we continue to do the work of the Lord in Jesus' name. Pastor Dan Walker, Sound Travels, Chaplain Nera,